Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Pause the video right now to check out my social media, my radio show, and thatdrummerguy.com. And most of all, enjoy the following presentation. Well, thank you guys very much for taking the time to be able to do this interview.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having us.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, we are here to talk about the brand new album from Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, The Age of Absurdity, which is coming out this Friday through Nuclear Blast. I've gotten the chance to be able to check this out over the last few weeks, and I just really love the energy of this album. I love the creative stance that you guys are going with, and it's just an absolutely great album to help start off 2018.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, absolutely. So how did the writing process begin for this album?
It kind of happened quite quick, actually. We decided in the summer that we were going to put a full length together. Before that, we just recorded a 5-track EP. So yeah, we were doing some shows with Guns N' Roses in the summer and a bunch of festivals, and you know, we got some phone calls from some record labels, obviously Nuclear Blast being one. And yeah, we quickly kind of made a connection with them. It hit it off really well. They seemed to be, you know, talking about good things for us, and you know, they seem to be on the same page as us, and we're enthusiastic about the project, which is very important to us as well. And we kind of decided that it'd be a good idea to get an album together quite quickly. So yeah, we spent the summer in between the festivals and stuff, writing and then ultimately recording. I think we started in the August time recording it, and we finished it by sort of the mid-September, I think. So it's all quite a quick process.
So with that, I mean, it's awesome to see how all this came together and made for an absolutely great album. How does it feel being the Bastard Sons with Phil Campbell?
How does it feel? I don't know. It's quite a hard thing to discuss, actually. When you're trying to write songs with your family members as well, we could say we're like a rock and roll Bee Gees, so to speak. I like it. Oh yeah, it was all good. What was good with the songwriting process was because we all write songs as other bands and stuff. So we had like 5 different voices, 5 people putting ideas in for songs. It was quite an easygoing process, and like Neil said, the whole process from initial writing of songs to recording wasn't that long at all. It was only like a few months, and we had it all recorded and mixed and mastered, and we can't wait for it to finally get released on Friday.
Oh, that's incredible to see that it was just that small of a length to be able to get that all done. I mean, you always hear about like some bands or albums that wait years to be able to put out a new album, and you guys were able to do it in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, we haven't, I mean, hopefully it'll continue, but we haven't had any kind of issues writing. We have plenty of songs written. I mean, we recorded more songs than we needed for the album, so we could have a freedom of choice at the end, and we weren't sort of having to rely on putting everything we recorded on the album, because for us, we just wanted to write and release the best album we could. So it wasn't a case of just, you know, writing 11 songs and recording those 11 songs. We wanted to make sure we were happy with every aspect of the song. So it kind of just all seemed to flow really easy. I guess as well, it helped us recording it locally, because all our surroundings were familiar. It was very relaxed. I guess subconsciously that probably helped, you know, because there didn't seem to be any stress or pressure from any angle really. So I guess when you're writing and wanting to express yourself through your songs, you don't really want to have any added pressure or stress on it. So it probably did help, but that wasn't the reason we chose to do it locally. But I guess that was just one of the benefits of doing it local to where we live. And yeah, hopefully it'll continue that way. I mean, it's just been really easy to write. Seems to be easy to write songs, you know. I guess everyone's comfortable in writing things, and you know, I guess that's one of the advantages of having so many family members in the band, is they probably all know and like similar things as well musically. And you know, I guess if somebody likes an idea, the chances are that the rest of the guys are going to agree that it's good, because everyone has a similar taste. I know that myself and some of Phil's sons like a lot of the same kind of music, so you know, when you hear an idea, we tend to all think it's crap, or we all think it's good, because we all like similar things. So
yeah, and that's a really important thing. I mean, especially when there's like a cohesive side of what you want to accomplish, when all sides are pretty much on the same platform, being able to create the same music that you want to make. I mean, that's a very important thing to have.
Yeah, most definitely. I think like Neil said, we're a family. We've all known each other for so long.
kind of know like and dislike. There's a few different ideas that we were debating for a while and may have had some different opinions. You're always going to get that when writing songs, but I think we've definitely written and produced the best album we could have come up with, and then, yeah, we're definitely all proud of what we've achieved with it.
Yeah, I think we all like, kick-ass riffs. We all get excited when we hear a good riff, and there's plenty of those coming out on this album, and there's plenty of them written for the album, and we all like a good melody as well. So we just did our best in writing what we could, and luckily for us on this one, we've written an album that we still listen to now, even after recording it 3 or 4 months ago, that we still think is really good. So we're just really excited now, like Tyler said earlier, to release on Friday.
And with that, what has been the reception that you've heard so far for the album?
Yes, the reviews have been great so far. Can't really ask for anything better. Usually I don't really like reading reviews for my bands, but as often you're getting tagged on Facebook and stuff and you read them. But yeah, I think Classic Rock Magazine gave us an awesome review in the UK, and that was one of the biggest magazines in the music publications in the UK. So yeah, obviously it feels great, and again, good reviews, and we're just hoping the fans will think it's a great album as well.
Yeah, that's the most important thing for me is, the people who come and see us at the shows already, the existing fans. We hope that they really enjoy it, because ultimately, they're a big part of this journey with us. They're the reason why we're able to do what we do. So hopefully they'll get a lot of positives from the album as well. But yeah, the actual reviews and the people we've been speaking to in the interviews have all been very positive, and can't really ask for much more than that.
Yeah, and I'm definitely one of those. Being an interviewer and just a fan of the style and fan of what you guys have done collectively. I mean, I really love what you guys have accomplished here with this album. I mean, there's so many great heavy riffs that are going on, so many great, more mellow, melodic stuff that's going on there. It's just an overall great, cohesive album, and it's just really fun to listen to from start to finish, which should be the goal of an album, to be able to enjoy it from top to bottom.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of people now, they just listen to singles and stuff, or band singles, and it's all like Spotify plays and stuff. But I've always been the kind of guy who buys the band's album, and I listen to it from start to finish. I'm glad he said that. It's not just 1 or 2 songs with the singles, just the album from start to finish.
That was important for us, wasn't it? Was to make sure we had, we didn't want to put out an album that had 2 or 3 good songs. You can get away with doing that, because ultimately a lot of it revolves around just single tracks at the end of the day. But it is important for us that the whole piece of music is that it's not just an individual song, really. And also it goes with the artwork as well. We wanted to make sure the artwork was special. If you do get hold of a physical copy of the album when it's released, then you'll see we had like a piece of artwork hand drawn for every song. So it's not just the front cover. Every single song has a character from the sort of circus theatre theme we've gone with on the front cover, So hopefully that'll add a little bit extra special to the album as well, because artwork is important to us still. Maybe not so important to every band these days, but we wanted a good sounding album, but also one that looked great as well to keep in your collection and to look over while you're listening to it. So.
Oh yeah, without question. I mean, one of the best things out there is being able to get your album and see like a full vinyl release, and just seeing that gigantic artwork that comes along with it, and seeing how much detail goes into it, whether it's the lyrics or the artwork that goes into it. I mean, there's so many great things, being able to go over the covers and all the illustrations. That's as good as it can possibly be.
Yeah, I mean, that was once Todd, Tyler's oldest brother, came up with the kind of idea of the artwork, the 1930s vaudeville circus theme. That got my brain racing then with the artwork, and I can't wait for people to see the booklet and see the characters they've been drawn. Like the artist who did it is a guy who's local to us. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. He knows everyone in the band. He's hand drawn everything, and it's amazing. And yeah, he's done us a great job, and we're really excited for that part of it as well. So if people do get hold of a physical copy, like you said, 12-inch even better, because it's a bigger thing, and it just looks special to me, the vinyl stuff.
Oh,
yeah, I saw Matt the artist the other day, and he told me, I was like, "Oh, how many hours did it take you to do this Age?" And he was just like, "Oh, probably about 30 hours just to hand draw everything." And you think, "Oh my God, that's the amount of time and effort that is to take into consideration for the artwork." It's just mind blowing. So I would definitely highly recommend the fans out there to go and buy the vinyl or the CD just to check out his amazing artwork.
The poor guy as well, man. We didn't give him much time. Obviously, we said to you earlier, that the whole thing was done quick. So, you know, we're giving him these album artwork ideas and these individual character ideas. I was trying to, like, you know, for every song, I was trying to analyze the lyrics of that song to find what character would be best. So, you know, we're chucking in this stuff at really short deadlines, and he's having to hand draw it. And, you know, it's credit to him that he managed to get it all done in time for us and to such a high standard. But yeah, he definitely put a lot of effort into it for us, which we really appreciate.
Yeah, and you don't want to just look at that through like a little iTunes thumbnail. I mean, you want to be able to see that in full physical form. So, I mean, that's definitely the right way to go about it. You know, just like getting that physical product and really being able to appreciate it.
I want to see a 10-meter backdrop on a festival stage with it on. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
You know, the iTunes thumbnail thing's a bit disappointing. It's so insignificant in there, you know, but yeah, just holding it and getting to feel it and look at it is what it's all about for me. It always has been. I mean, I know Tyler's the same. Nothing against digital music, that's all. At the end of the day, it's, you know, some people prefer it that way, and that's fine. And it's you know, Spotify can add, you know, you can find bands on there really easily, and it helps people in bands at the end of the day. But, you know, for me, it'll always be, it'd be a very sad day if the physical copy disappears. That's the format of choice.
Yeah, I'd be very disappointed in that as well. I mean, just the copy that I have right now was just digital to be able to check it out. But on Friday, I definitely am planning on picking it up, and I want to be able to get that physical release of it because, you know, it's just, I love being able to support the bands that I truly care about, and this is definitely one of them. It would just be so great to be able to check out all the great details that you put into it, not just musically, but of course with the artwork and all the details that go into it. I mean, considering the amount of time that you guys had to be able to put this all together, everything that I've seen and heard so far, it's incredible to see everything happen like that.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Very good.
Oh, not a problem. So, of course, the one thing that does come with being able to promote an album is the singles that come out before the album releases. How did that come about, deciding what songs were going to be shown off first?
Well, that was quite a hard thing because the record label had their opinion, and then Phil had his opinion, so we all settled on. We thought Ringleader would be a great first single because that is the opening track of the album, but it did have a Motorhead-y feel where I think the standard Motorhead fan would appreciate it as well. But then it also had that chorus which didn't sound like Motorhead, would appeal to new listeners. I think at that Ringleader had a perfect mix of the Motorhead style and a new style as well.
Yeah, I think we all felt that that song was kind of a fair reflection of the sound of the band for the album as a whole. If you had to pick one song, you know, I think that was the one song that we all felt would represent the band. There's obviously quite a diverse mix of songs on the album, but that one song I think just can kind of sum up our band in one song. You know, plenty of energy, and obviously there's a Motorhead feel to the opening riff, and that was kind of the thought process behind that one. You know, it was like release a song which, you know, could kind of please everybody. And I think the song kicks ass as well. You know, like the opening riff really, if for want of a better term, is tearing. It just comes in and smacks you in the face.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. I mean, it's not only just a great song to be able to start off the album, but it really shows off like the theme of the entire album, and it just gives you like a great insight into everything that's going on with the band musically and aesthetically and visually, just everything there. It really hits home on a lot of ways.
Yeah, we were able to like incorporate the artwork into the lyric video as well, which was cool. I mean, some of the characters from the booklets you'll see in that video, actually, the lyric video. It was an obvious choice.
Well, my dad, Phil, actually came up with the title Ringleader.
Yeah, originally it was called Fast Bastard. And I know a couple of people in the band, and our producer actually wanted to keep the title Fast Bastard. But I don't know. I mean, I wasn't too keen on keeping that. I love it as a working title. It didn't seem to make any sense to call a song like that, but it's funny, if nothing else. But yeah, we kind of we got a little WhatsApp group for the band, and we just said, like, anybody got any ideas for what we can call this song? And yeah, Phil came in with that, with Ringleader, and once he said that, it seemed to make perfect. Again, it fits with the whole vaudeville circus scene too, you know, the whole theatre kind of thing. And it fits in lyrically for me, it fitted in great. So once he said that, I was kind of, yeah, that's the title. It's good.
No, very much so. So what's next for you guys?
Just get out on the road now and play a bunch of shows, as many shows as we can in as many different countries as we can. And we've got the immediate future is a European tour. And then obviously the festival season is going to start, so the summer will hopefully be busy for us. We're still working on plans for like North and South America and Asia and Australia, so hopefully we'll get to do a bunch of those places towards the end of the year. We've got a cruise we're doing actually from Florida, is it?
Yeah, that's the Miami, yeah, that goes to the Bahamas, I think. The Chris Jericho rock and wrestling cruise.
That's the only US thing we've got. You're in the US, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only thing we've got solidly confirmed for the US right now. But we've told our agent, to make sure he keeps US plans in mind for us, and hopefully the right tour will come along that we can, commit to and come and play some shows there. Cause I don't think any of us in the band, Phil excluded, obviously he would have done it thousands of times, but the rest of us in the band have only been to America on a few rare occasions, like South by Southwest and a few other, shows here and there. But none of us have actually toured America properly apart from Phil, so I think it'd be something we'd all love to do on this album cycle.
So for someone like me or other people listening to this who haven't had the chance to be able to see you guys live, what should we expect from a live show?
We try to interact with the crowd. Sorry, Sal.
That's right. I was going to say that's pretty much the same thing. A lot of crowd interaction. Try and get them involved. I think Phil's enjoying playing to the smaller crowds as opposed to like in some small clubs, because I think the atmosphere and the vibe you can get to feed off the audience a bit more, and compared to like when you're playing arenas. So yeah, a lot of raw energy. A lot of hopefully good rock and roll songs, and definitely a great night out for your rock and roll fan. We started the band originally as like a bit of a party band when we were just playing covers and not doing original material, and I think we've still got that same philosophy really. Now we're writing our own songs. We still want to just try and put on a good night out for people, because people are spending their hard-earned money coming to see us play, so we want to make sure that we're giving it 100% so that they can feed off our energy and enthusiasm, and hopefully go away thinking it was a great night and would want to do it again in the future. And if the crowd are having a good time and singing along, then that's, as a musician on stage, that's the best feeling, there is seeing people having a good time and hearing them singing along, and there's no better feeling than that. So yeah, that's our number one objective, is just to have a great time. I literally go on stage every night thinking, this could be your last gig, so just enjoy, give it everything you've got every single night. Don't take anything for granted, and remember why you wanted to play music in the first place, just to get that buzz of playing live. And it's such a privilege to be able to go and tour around the world and play gigs, and people want to come and hear you play. So just got to keep enjoying it and take nothing for granted, and just have an amazing time. And get drunk.
Get drunk. Yeah, that is such a great philosophy to be able to have that. I mean, being able to have that privilege of playing all over Europe and soon to be all over the world, and just like great in these great shows, festivals, small clubs, whatever comes up in the future. Just like you said, just being able to play in front of a crowd and making them happy and enjoying everything that you guys are playing on stage. As a fellow musician, that is such a great feeling to be able to know that people are coming out to see you, to hear you play music, whether it's covers or your original material, and just knowing that people are spending money to see you guys play and have a great night. When you're able to feed off of that from both sides, there's no better feeling.
100%. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because it's definitely, you see some bands and you can, when you're watching them, you're thinking, you can tell that they don't want to be there,
Yeah.
But unfortunately, for some people, it gets to the point where they're just doing it because they need to for money or whatever the reason is, but they're not doing it because of the love anymore. And it's sad when you can see that as a fan going to watch bands.
If you watch a band and you get a vibe off them, that you automatically don't enjoy it as much as you should do. And
So yeah, we don't. Hopefully, we don't want to ever be like that. We want to remain as enthusiastic and as energetic and enjoy it as much as we can, because I think everybody deserves that. And nobody wants to come and watch a grumpy band.
Yeah, and I can't imagine that happening from you guys. I mean, just from what I'm hearing with this album, I mean, it really feels like you guys are having so much fun making this music, writing this music, and of course recording and soon to be playing even more off of the album. I mean, just the fact that you guys are able to come together, know it's a great atmosphere in the band, and then being able to do live shows with that same kind of atmosphere. I mean, anyone who gets the chance to be able to see you guys live, I just imagine it's going to be a fantastic night every time.
We do get some good feedback. I mean, I'm sure not everybody agrees at the end of the day, but I mean, we've definitely had some lovely comments from people, and we've met some amazing people while we play gigs. And at the end of the day, Phil doesn't need to do this band. He's seen and done everything in music. And he's still enjoying it. He's getting to go on stage and playing music with his three sons, which is a unique thing. And I know he gets a lot of pleasure from doing that. He wouldn't be doing it otherwise. He doesn't need to do it. But he felt after Motorhead that it wasn't the time for him to stop playing music. He still wanted to play music, and that's why you've got to do it, just because you want to play, not for any other reason. That's one thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, most definitely. The one thing I'm looking forward to doing on tour is playing some of these album tracks live, because I always look forward to when you're playing like a new song for the first time live, so I can't wait to, hopefully we'll get a chance to change some of the set list up a bit as well, because I was thinking a lot of Motorhead bands are loyal fans, and they'll fly around on tours and go to like 5, 10 and 10-year shows, so hopefully we'll be able to change the set list about, so it's just a big experience each night.
Oh,
definitely. I mean, adding these extra songs in now is going to obviously add a load of songs to our repertoire, so we can hopefully have that luxury of mixing it up a lot more as well live. Yeah, I agree with Tyler. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how people are reacting to different songs. Like, we know in our heads which songs are going to be the ones that people can jump around to, and it'll be interesting to see if it actually happens in reality. You know? We played one show the other day in France, and it was the first time we played one of the new songs, and you could see people's heads going straight away, you know, and they've never even heard the song before. So I think once people actually hear the album and are familiar with the songs, you know, it could be a special thing for us live when people are letting themselves go to these songs.
Yeah, and I'm definitely one of them. I mean, with the honor of being able to check out the album so far in advance and really being able to divulge into the album, I definitely have those songs in my head that I'm really imagining how they're going to be pulled off live, and just imagining that they're going to be even better, because with the more practice that you get it down with, and with the live show and the atmosphere that comes with that, I just imagine when you guys do play all of the new songs that you are going to be playing live off the album, that it's going to go over very well once everyone gets the chance to be able to hear them. And even like you said, like the people who haven't heard the music yet and they're just hearing it for the first time live at the show, I think they're really going to be able to gravitate towards it, because it's just fantastic stuff.
Awesome. You hope so. You hope people get as much as we do.
Oh, definitely. Well, guys, thank you so very much for taking all this time to be able to talk to me about the brand new album from Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, The Age of Absurdity, which is coming out this Friday through Nuclear Blast. Like I've said a few times in this interview, I absolutely love this album. I love the spirit and the fun and the atmosphere that's all throughout this album, and hopefully at some point I'll be able to see you guys live, but until then, I'm really happy to see all the positive reception that you guys are getting. It's awesome to see all the touring opportunities that are coming up, and I'm very happy to see that everything is coming to fruition the way that it should be.
Thank you very much. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us.
Hopefully you'll wait sometime soon.
Oh, absolutely. Well, before we wrap things up, is there anything else you guys would like to mention that I hadn't brought up yet?
We're doing a live... Sorry, take it away, Tom. Take it away.
Yeah, this Friday is when the album comes out. We are doing a live YouTube stream of like a concert live at the YouTube studios in London, which is 7 p.m. UK time. So I don't know what time that would be where you are right now, but we will showcasing some of the songs live for the first time, and it'll be live on the Nuclear Blast YouTube page. So go ahead and check it out on Friday.
Oh, awesome. I mean, that makes me very excited. I mean, after I pick up the album and I'll be able to see you guys perform it live through the computer as well. I mean, just getting that live atmosphere going before I finally get the chance to be able to see you guys. I mean, that's awesome that you guys are going to be able to do that to help release the album.
Yeah, we mulled over a few different ideas, and it's obviously difficult to know what to do the day of release, because you can only be one place, you know, but yeah, we thought we'd give it a go. Like, obviously it's hard to think about creating an atmosphere through the internet, so we'll see how it goes, but I mean, we'll have a lot of fun playing it, that's for sure, and hopefully some of that energy and fun will transmit through computer screens. I know a couple of places are doing like meetups. There's a bar in Germany that's having like a special night for it, so people are coming down to watch it like in a bigger atmosphere. So that's some cool ideas going around, you know. But yeah, I guess it made sense to us to try and do something that included everybody all in one go, rather than saying, oh, let's do a little gig in London, or, you know, just to a crowd or whatever. You know, we tried to do something a bit different, and we look forward to doing it.